So even from that time, I started saying, the first time I wore Ghana shirt, we'll go to the World Cup.
Wow.
That time Ghana hadn't gone to the World Cup
before. Exactly.
Yeah,
I know,
so
right?
I kept on saying since I was
very young, 9 years.
Very, very young. Yeah. So that was how it started. So I started at the age of 9, and then the rest was history.
All right. During your time to coast football, juvenile football was so rampant at that time. Would you also say that also contributed to, giving you a platform for you to also exhibit your talent?
Huge. It contributed a lot because going to the coast level, although I was in Dafa Park, so I became very, very famous in that cycle, that coast cycle. Although the Premier League was there, so coming to the Premier League, I had already gotten that fame from that cycle. So it played a huge role. Coast football played a huge role because we had a lot of players that played coast during our generation. Played a lot of coast football, and they can all testify. Coast football has really, really helped me.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, now at age 17, you're already making waves in Ghana football. Let's talk about your first debut, or your first appearance in a Blackstar shirt. How was the feeling like? It was against Somalia, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And when you came on as a substitute, and then you scored. How was the feeling like?
The feeling was great because I remember that time, even to be on the Blackstars bench
was a plus.
Was a huge task. So I was a local player at that time.
Right.
And honestly, I was at the under 23 team. I was with the under 23 team.
That's the Meteors, right?
Meteors team, which was handled by Razumdik.
Okay.
So when Bukaziz stepped down as a coach, they had to bring him to the Black Stars, to handle the Black Stars. It was just an emergency call. So he handled the Black Stars. So he decided to pick one of 2 or 3 players or 4 players from the under 23.
Okay.
Because he trusted us.
Exactly. He had worked with us time.
Yeah, so he has worked with us. He knew us. So he brought 4 of us
to the senior team. Okay.
So we came. So in my mind, I was thinking, okay, I was just coming to just have that feeling of the national team and go, because there were a lot of players coming from outside.
Professional
players, big players coming from outside. Even the local players who had already made their name, like Nana India, those people were there to compete. Everybody was competing. So I was like, okay, I'm the young one. Maybe they want me to come and have a feel of the national team. But when I came, the skill level, everything, I was just doing my thing. So when the game against Somalia drew closer, the coach made his final 18, and I was on the bench.
Okay.
So I was the only player from the under 23 team that came to the bench.
Out of the 4?
Out of the 4.
That was selected. Yes. You're the only person who made it to the bench?
To the bench.
Wow.
Yeah, so I made it to the bench.
Okay.
And then, lo and behold, we played. And I think we scored 4. So the game looked very, very easy for us. And the coach wanted to give the young ones confidence. So he was like, am I ready? I said, yeah. Even that time I was having some slight headache. But when he said I was ready, I said, yeah, I'm ready. So he just gave me the opportunity. And I think my first touch or my second touch, if I can remember.
Yeah.
That was when I scored.
Brought in a goal.
Yes. Against Somalia.
Wow.
Yes.
That is fantastic. If we are just tuning in, we are having a fantastic moment with Ghana's football legend. Currently, he is the African top scorer at FIFA World Cups. Previously, a record previously held by Roger Milla of Cameroon. Roger Milla made his last appearance in the France 98 World Cup. And since then, 2014, Asamoah Gyan has been the king, holding that record now. He's yet to be overthrown by any African player. And so that is the man we are celebrating today. He's paid his dues to the football fraternity in Ghana. And so today we are privileged to have him on Sports Security and on GH Police Television to basically tell us how, his career life or career club journey has been so far, starting from, coast football at the age of 9 years, building confidence through coast football, juvenile football, where he had his first opportunity to join the Black Stars at the age of 17, coming on as a sub against Somalia and then making his way. All right, Baby Jet, let's look at your journey to Europe. At what point in time now feel it's a moment where the moment has come. I must just go beyond the borders of Ghana and I'm going to play with Europe.
Yes, as I was playing at that time, I was going on trials.
Okay.
Alaji Slaitete, may so rest in peace.
Sure.
Founder of Liberty Professionals. He gave me the opportunity I went on trials before I went to the Czech Republic. Okay, at the age of 15, that time, let me take you back. At the age of 15, that was when I went abroad.
Okay.
You know, to Panathinaikos.
Okay,
at the age of 15 for the first time. That was when I traveled. That was the first time I even started playing.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Talking about in 2001.
Okay.
You know, so when I went to Panathinaikos, I did everything. They were happy. I was about to abandon school at that time because I was in SS1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
I was in SS1 at that time.
Then,
so I had to go. So I had to abandon school thinking I've already found my career. Yeah. You know, so I did everything. They were happy with me. And that was the year FIFA made the law that when you are not 18 years, you cannot sign a professional contract.
I understand. I remember. Yeah.
So they said, okay, they want to keep me there till I'll be 18 before I sign the contract. I was like, no. I abandoned school thinking my career has just started. So if I'm not going to get paid or sign the professional contract, the best thing is to come and continue my education in the secondary level. And then
at least complete secondary
level, so that I will just go. So I abandoned school for like 3 weeks. So I was already behind. You know, so but I came to continue. And then after I came played for Liberty Professionals. You know, I remember my first game against Asamoah Gyan, the top 4 I scored. You know, so that was when the name started
rising.
Coming. They started rising because people used to call me Asamoah Gyan's brother.
Yeah, they didn't know your name actually.
They didn't know my name.
Because Asamoah had already made the name for you, so it was easy for you to remember.
My brother was already in the Blackstar, so they always call me Asamoah Gyan's brother. You know, so when I made that name against Asamoah, that time, huge, top 4. At that time, I was at school at that time, so I scored against Asamoah. I remember it was live. So anytime, I scored on Sunday, and then Monday I'll be in school.
Wow. Wow.
So as a little boy, that was when. So fast forward, when I moved to Europe in 2004, that was when I finally moved to Europe in 2004. I remember I arrived in January, winter, very, very cold.
Very, very cold.
I didn't know the weather, you know, so so we take it from there. That was when I moved to Europe in 2004.
So when you go to Europe, culturally, physically, professionally, how was the system like? How did you embrace it? Especially you, a Ghanaian young man who has never traveled before, you're in Europe, the weather is going to really affect you, your style of training and all of that. How were you able to cope with that? Yes,
I remember when I arrived in Udine, in 2004, in January, winter, cold. And I remember I was in a slippers. I was in a slippers at that time. Although I had my jacket on, but I was in a slippers. I went to the stadium to watch a game. And then after the game, I couldn't breathe because of, I think, I already had pneumonia. I nearly had pneumonia. My lungs, everything was blocked. So that was when everything started. You know, so in Europe, my experience was a bit low. Although I was playing the Premier League, I've played for the Blackstars. I went there and the coach was Spalletti, who is the coach of Juventus now.
Luciano Spalletti.
Yes. So he discovered me at that time, and they told me to study the league a bit. So from January, because I went to the second round in January, so from January to May, I played just one game. That was the last game of the season against Parma. So I played like 20 minutes. All because they had Iaquinta Di Natale.
The big names were there.
The big names were there. So although I was competing, I could see myself I was competing, but they saw me as the inexperienced guy. So they said I should just have a feel of it, you know. So I didn't play that much. I played just one game, 2004 season, and then the league ended. So after I came back home, and then that was when Ghana qualified to the Olympic Games. That time I was part of the Olympic team
Greece.
in Athens. So we played. We went there. Fast forward, I was with the team. We went to Olympic Games. First game was against Italy. So that was when the Italians saw me like properly because I was not playing. I was on the bench. So against Italy, 2-2. And so fast forward after the Olympic Games, Modena, the Serie B team, called for my services. You know, so I told Udinese, I'm not playing here.
So you want to move to
I want to move to where I can play.
Have enough playing.
Yes, in the Serie B. So I started playing there, and then I did so well, very, very well in the first season. But they told me to come back because they could see I was performing. And I said, no, I'm not ready yet. Give me another season. you know, to 2006. So that one, I had a better season than the first season.
Yeah.
So that was when I came to the FIFA World Cup.
World Cup, okay, 2006.
So I took that form from Serie B
to the World Cup.
To the World Cup at that time. So after the World Cup, I had a great World Cup, and the rest was history.
Yes. In that World Cup, our first game was against Czech Republic. Scored that goal. The second game, I think, was against is it USA? Czech Republic.
First game was against Italy.
Italy, yeah, we lost.
Yes.
That game, yeah. And the second game we won against Czech Republic. And then the last game was against USA. Right. So we qualified.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Exactly. Okay. So after Italy, or after the World Cup, you moved to Sunderland.
Yes.
In the English
from Italy, I moved to France.
Sorry, France, with René.
Yes.
The French league.
Yes.
How was the experience there also?
Yes. You know, the director at that time saw me during the World Cup.
Okay.
You know, so they wanted to sign me before, after the World Cup.
Okay.
But Udinese had already told me to come back.
So, but then your contract hasn't expired with Udinese?
No.
Okay.
I had 5 years contract with them.
Okay.
So they told Ren to wait because they needed me at that time. So I played for Udinese, and you could see that the pressure was mounting. Like Ren needed my services at that time. So I remember I got injured.
Okay.
At Udinese. So I was ruled out. That was those times when I came to the 2008 AFCON. Remember that criticism?
Exactly.
That time I was injured. I got injured in that AFCON.
Sure.
When Ghanaians were criticizing me, I threatened to leave the camp. That time. I came with that injury to play for Ghana at that time. I sacrificed for the national team at that time.
Exactly.
So I took that injury
back to your club.
Back to Udinese. So I was operated at that time. So I had nothing to do. So they told me I would be out for like 5 months.
Wow.
So due to the operation. So I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And Ren was still insisting to sign me at that time.
Even
when I was operated.
Yeah.
So Udinese felt like, okay, they didn't need my services at that time. So they had to accept the deal.
Okay.
So I signed my Ren contract on the hospital bed.
Wow.
Yes, in Spain.
It tells the kind of confidence and then the hope.
Yes, the director had confidence.
Because even as a player, you've been chasing over months, and then the player gets injury, and then still you're saying no.
Yes,
I know what this guy.
So I went there to do my rehab. I went to France to do my rehab just to prepare
for the season.
Yeah. So when I went there, I was not even ready.
Okay.
You know, so I had to stay for a long time. So when I came, I think I trained with the team for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then the coach started me in a game against Marseille, a big game against Marseille.
Wow.
And I played 45 minutes. I created a chance, I made an assist. But I was very, very exhausted because I was just coming back from injury.
Yeah.
You know, so that time, the coach, I would say he didn't like me that much because he wasn't the one who told them to
bring you. Okay.
It was the directors. So
wish, yeah.
I even tell my manager Sammy every time we talk. I tell him, I felt the coach wanted to sabotage me at that time.
Yeah.
Because I was not ready, and then he brought me direct from injury to the first game, a big game against Marseille.
Yeah. For you to just struggle.
Yes. So they took me out after the first half, and then he went to tell the president that this is not a player who can score a goal in League One.
Can you imagine?
Yes. Yeah. So the whole season, I was not playing that much because I was out of form because I was just struggling.
Yeah.
So my first season I scored just 1 goal.
Wow, with René?
Yes, with René.
Okay.
So I really struggled in the first season with René.
Right.
So it was the second season that they changed the coach, and then the new coach came, and even in the little minutes that I was playing, he saw the quality.
He knew, yeah.
Yeah. So they had to even send a doctor from France to Ghana. I was on holidays at that time to prepare me for the next season.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was when the baby jet itself started.
Okay.
Yeah, from 2009, 2010 season. That was when I would say
you got to the peak of your career.
I got to that peak of my career.
Wow.
And that form was the form I took to the 2010 World Cup.
South Africa.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Wow, fantastic. Baby jets. You know, Ghanaians, in as much as they've had their criticism and whatever, all of that's against you, it is a fact that the record you hold in the history of Ghana football is unmatched. Ghana, we've had big players, you know, the likes of Abedi Pele, Mohamed Kago, I mean, big names. As we speak now, whether they like it or not, you are the one holding the title with 51 goals in 109 appearances. In Africa, you have 6 goals at the World Cup. And a record Roger Miller has been holding over years. And it only took you to just break it in 2014. After 2014, Ghana failed to qualify in Russia 2018. We represented in 2022 Qatar. The record has not been broken. We are now preparing for USA, Mexico, Canada 2026. Personally, from where I sit, I don't see anybody breaking that record. I want you to talk about your career in England. Will you admit that Sunderland is arguably, the best or highest profile, of team that you've played in your career?
I would say the English league is the best league in the world.
Right,
Playing in England, it's just like, that's the top.
Exactly.
So me moving from France to England, even France, Rennes wanted me to stay.
Okay.
At that time, I had a great World Cup.
Yeah.
They wanted to change my contract and everything. That time I even wanted to buy a new house in Ghana.
Yeah.
So I told the director, I'm buying a new house in Ghana. I don't have the money to buy it. And then they signed a check. They said, go and buy it.
Wow. Because they were making everything possible to retain you in the club.
For me to stay.
Yeah.
I took the check. And then I gave it back to them and I said, it's my dream to play in England.
Yeah.
And I have the opportunity.
Yes,
So
you can't miss it.
I can't miss it.
Yeah.
So I had to just move to England.
I can imagine how they will be heartbroken and all of that.
Yeah, so Sunderland, I was a World Cup star.
Yeah.
Although Sunderland was a mid-team.
Yeah.
It's
a mid-table team in England.
Yeah, mid-table team. I would say it's below, just a bit below, mid-team. And I was the record signing at that time. So the pressure was on me because
expecting you to deliver.
They had never signed a player ever. Like me.
At that amount.
Yes, at that amount. I was the record signing.
Yeah.
So the expectations was high. The whole England was like,
Baby Jet's coming
Baby
to
Jet,
Sunderland.
who is this guy? Like, So when I got there was a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And I signed a contract when I was with the Blackstars.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had to just leave camp, go back to England. We played against Lesotho, and after I moved.
Okay.
And then my first game against Wigan.
Wigan Athletic.
Yes.
But that was Olele there.
Olele was in was in another
Is it Reading?
Blackpool.
Okay.
It was in Blackpool at that time. Yeah, so when I went my first game, pressure, people were expecting what I'm going to do. So I came on in the second half when we were one man down, red card.
Red card, yeah.
So I was like, am I going to defend because we were 10 men? So 10 men, and I came on as a striker.
Okay.
So I was like, this is going to be very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, so lo and behold, I just had one chance and then I scored. So I scored in my
first debut, the first goal.
Yes, my debut, yes.
10 against 11.
10 against 11.
Charlie.
So they equalized in the 85th minute at that time against Wigan.
So you drew?
Yeah. So after my name was everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
This record signing,
scoring on his
debut.
Yeah.
And it released a bit of pressure on me
you.
because first game I scored, so the confidence level was high. So that was how my England career started.
Right. Thank you so much. All right. And so it is a fascinating conversation on sports security and on GH Police Television. I'm joined by Asamoah Gyan. He's currently Ghana's record all-time scorer with the Blackstars with 51 goals in 109 appearances. Again, he's also an African football icon. Currently Africa's all-time scorer with FIFA World Cups, 6 goals. This position, is yet to have anyone to, overthrow him from that particular position. We're going for another break on the show. When we come back, we'll dive into his records with the Blackstars proper, and also discuss fully amongst, hanging his boots, some projects that he has undertaken. I know, he loves music. And so whilst he was even actively playing, he was also in music, So once we come back from that break, we'll have a brief discussion, then we'll continue the show. Do stay with us. We'll be right back.
Aware an invisible eye is watching you? Have you ever had an altercation with a police officer about a road traffic offense where you felt you were right? Have you ever lost a loved one due to a breach of a road traffic regulation as a motor rider? Do you always obey road traffic regulations? Do you know that driving on the shoulders of the road is an offense? How has your general experience with the police officers on our roads been like? It is for these and other reasons that the Ghana Police Service, in collaboration with the Ministry of Interior, National Road Safety Authority, the DVLA, and other stakeholders have come up with an initiative to ensure sanity on our roads and prevent road accidents. TrafficTech GH is an automated system introduced by the Ghana Police Service to enforce road traffic regulations. The system uses cameras and sensors to enforce road traffic regulations. So you see, police invisible eyes are watching. Pew!
On that break, and thanks for staying with us. It is still Sports Security Hour on GH Police Television, where the action never stops and the passion never cools. We are transmitting live from the studios of GH Police Television right inside the National Police Headquarters. And I'm joined by Ghana's all-time top scorer with the Blackstars, Asamoah Gyan, Baby Jets. All right, Baby Jet, before we went for that break, I was telling you that I want us to look at your career with the Blackstars. How do you feel currently as the top scorer for Ghanaian football everywhere?
Yeah, I feel like my time came and I was able to deliver. I did what I had to do for Ghanaians. As a player, I came out from a humble home, came to the national team, do what I had to do, and the record speaks by itself.
Exactly.
That is how I feel like you have to do when you're in a society. You have to give your maximum best.
Pay your dues well.
Exactly. Pay your dues well, and then leave the rest for the people to judge.
Absolutely.
So I feel like that is what I did.
All right.
My time came, I did what I had to do. So anytime I'm going to anywhere, like, people do really, really appreciate what I've done because they saw it.
Exactly.
So I won't be there boasting like, oh, I did this, I did that. Unless maybe somebody who wants to do something, and I'll be a bit arrogant.
Exactly, somebody just want to be mischievous,
Yes,
but then anybody knows that you have worked really hard for this particular record.
Yes, nobody can cancel my achievement, what I've done. Everything speaks by itself. And all came with the support of Ghanaians.
Exactly.
And with my colleagues that I played with. I didn't do it by myself.
Exactly.
Scoring goals, you need an assist or something. Sometimes, of course, in football, you have individual brilliance. You can do something individually, but most
collectively, it comes as a team.
Yes, most of the thing came as a team. So I would like to thank all my colleagues that I played with all these years, and Ghanaians, for their prayers and everything, because it got to a time every Ghanaian wants me to score for me to dance for them.
Exactly, the only one could dance.
You understand? So the dancing thing also really helped. Because people came to like it. Somebody wants to just see me dance. So what are they going to do? They will pray for you.
To score.
To score.
You dance
so it got to a time, the whole nation, that energy was behind me.
Exactly.
To go into a game, people are just praying for Asamoah Gyan to score. So it's also really, really helped me. So now I'm just a normal fan of Ghana football. And I'm just living my life.
By even being a normal fan, the current Blackstars, we have qualified for the World Cup in USA, Mexico, Canada. At a point, I noticed that most of the ex-players were with the team during the qualifiers. Yourself, John Pencil, Stephen Appiah, and a few others. Would you say that bringing you guys on board really helped, the current team in terms of motivation, to spur them on during the qualifiers once they gained qualification to the World Cup?
Yeah, I think most of the players saw us playing. They draw inspiration from us, So seeing them, even most of the time, the first time I went to the camp, like, they were even surprised. Like, we were like, hey, now I can see you in person. So
we used to watch you on television and all of that.
So it serves as a bit of motivation to them. Sometimes we have pep talk, team talk. We speak to the players. Sometimes individually. So it's a good thing. We went there to mentor them, and seeing us around also boosted their confidence,
Right.
a bit. Sometimes even when we were young, when I see great players around, I just want to prove something for
Exactly. For them to know that
see.
you're also there.
You understand?
Yeah.
So being at the camp was a good thing. Like so,
Right.
we try and mentor them and then motivate them.
Ghana has been drawn in a group with England, Panama, and then Croatia. Personally, what is your opinion on these teams? I remember your goal. I mean, that iconic goal against England at Wembley. It was a friendly match where about 5 or 6 defenders of England stood, Julian Lescott and the likes. You did your thing. Ghana was 1 goal down. And before you realize, Baby Jet was there. The ball was in the net against Joe Hart, who was really at the peak of his career. We have been drawn in England, Croatia, and Panama in the same group. What is your opinion with that particular, teams in that particular group?
Yes, I was at the World Cup draw. Everybody saw it. I made an interview. They asked me the same question.
Okay.
And I told them, we're in a tricky group.
Yeah.
Ghana is in a tricky group. That was, and I quote, that is what I said. Because playing, and the most dangerous thing for me, we should watch out is Panama.
All right. Not to write them off.
Yeah. Because how they qualified to the World Cup for the first time, even now, their friendly matches that they're playing, they beat South Africa.
Yeah.
So you could see how dangerous they can be.
Exactly.
You might never know.
Yeah.
Croatia and England, it's a 50-50 game.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. It's an open game.
Yeah.
But our first match against Panama is where Ghanaians should watch out.
Okay.
Because statistically, everybody knows we are ahead of them.
Exactly.
Statistically.
Yeah.
That is our mentality before. Now football is not like that.
That's changed,
So that is where we should be very, very, very careful. That was why I said it's a tricky group.
It's a tricky group. Yeah.
So for me, it's an open group. Anything can happen in that group. So as a Ghanaian, I'll be rooting for Ghana. We cannot be saying we are going to do this, we are going to do that. It will depend on the playing body.
Okay.
So it depends on how we approach the World Cup, and hopefully as a fan we will support, we use our experience to motivate the guys. But at the end of the day, it's the players who are going to the field to deliver.
Exactly.
So what I would say is I wish them all the best, and then we will see what happens. Definitely Ghanaians are behind them.
Exactly.
We are going to support, but the group is a tricky group.
Yeah, it is a tricky group, Most Ghanaians have the opinion that when they consider your squad in 2006 in Germany, South Africa in 2010, the crop of players we had at time, right from Olele, John Mensah, Michael Essien, Stephen Appiah, Aminu Dramani, Asamoah Gyan, the squad. I mean, the current Blackstars that we have, it appears most Ghanaians do not really have a lot of confidence in them as compared to your squad. Because, right from 2006, you came back for the CAN 2008. We went to Angola in the Africa Cup of Nations. We were in the finals. We lost by 1 goal to 0 against Egypt. And that same squad, we were able to move into series of African Cup of Nations. We went back to South Africa. I mean, the squad is, that squad, I don't know. Some of us have the view that it will be very difficult for Ghana to reproduce that same number of players again. It will take us years, But the current one, they have shown signs of, seriousness. But then Ghanaians, as you know, are always, wishing for the best. Is it the case that the playing body must sit up? Especially, even though we did well in our qualifiers, I think we lost only 1 game. We won most of our games. But in the World Cup, it's not a try-mark grounds, as people will say it. It calls for a lot of experience, What would you tell, the playing body who will be watching us now, that Ghanaians are expecting a lot from them? We do not want to come back with excuses, In fact, Ghanaians are saying that we should even go beyond where you guys got to, the quarterfinal stage in South Africa. Is there a possibility like that, Baby Jet?
Yes, for me, I think it's a generational thing.
Yeah.
We have a generation that you can have some crop of players that, because my time, we had a lot of old players who were saying they were better than our group, and those who were there could testify.
They saw it, yeah.
They saw it, so, and now everybody can see what we did in the current Blackstars. So what I would say is it's a generational thing. So we should just try and support what we have.
Yeah.
What we have now. I think for me, I love grassroots football.
Right.
And it looks like now we are not focusing on the grassroots. You know? So our time we played coast football. Coast.
12, 14, 17.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody taught me how to pass the ball.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah.
But now we have the facilities.
Yeah.
They have been the kids
how to control, how to
kick. And then our time we were the coach who said you are a striker, go and play.
That's all.
The rest is you.
Depends on you.
Yes.
Our time in football,
we were using our talent.
Yeah.
Like
raw talent.
God-gifted talent.
Yeah.
But now we have the capacity, all the capacity, we have the academies, we have a lot of things, how we teach the players how to do everything. You know, so when we go back to the grassroots, you know, how to teach and how the kids should play a league like a course every week. But now we don't have it. Now we have academies. Perfect, great. But they only train all the time. Their income, they only train once in a while. They travel and they play a tournament. It's not consistent. Like the practicals, like a league game.
Where they'll get them busy playing week in,
week out. That is where we should look at. And me and my manager, we are working on it. You know, we're speaking to a lot of corporate organizations, you know, to start this course thing. You know, that is where you get a grassroots.
Yeah, the talent.
Because our time, when you go to the central region, they have a course. They are playing a course league there.
Ashanti region,
when you go to north, everywhere there is course league going on.
So imagine, it's easy for you to tap, you know, younger players from that particular.
Yes, and our time, I was playing a course. So when I graduated to Liberty Professionals, Choco people knew me. Mamprobi people knew me. Kolegono people knew me. Buko people knew me. So as a player who is playing for Liberty, all the people who knew me from Coast, they come to the stadium to watch me. You see Mamobi champion. You also ask Mamobi people. So that is where that time you can see when the league was playing, the stadium full
capacity.
Full capacity. But now we don't see it.
We don't see it any longer, yes.
So that is where we have to start, the grassroots.
Right. That is where we have to start. Grassroots football has really played a key role, you know, in the career of Baby Jets, Ghana's all-time top scorer, in our history. But very soon, we'll be bringing our conversation to an end. But then, since we are streaming the show live on Facebook, let me take this opportunity and read some messages that have come in on our Facebook live stream. This one is coming from Raymond Decoder Range Rover. He says that greetings to Baby Jets. I love him so much. And then Felix Amwaku says, Baby Jets, our top scorer. Francis Apuri says that Baby Jets, one-time scorer. And then Holy Olele Blackpool. Raymond Decoder Range Rover, we've seen you. All right, and then so these are the messages that we received so far on our Facebook message as well. And then some questions coming from our WhatsApp number. All right, so let me take it. All right, so that will come later on. But then, so this one is from Nana Osei Mensah. You are watching us live from Massachusetts in the United States of America. You are saying that Asamoah Gyan is a legend, and we need to celebrate him more and more. That's right, Nana, I agree with you. Now, Asamoah Gyan is really a legend for Ghana Blackstars. Nana Osei Mensah from the United States of America. Thank you so much. Baby Jets, we are coming to an end without the conversation, but let me ask you this thing. Can you tell me the toughest opponent or defender you've come across in your career?
Easy. It was Fabio Cannavaro.
Italy.
Yeah, at that time. I remember in 2006 World Cup, we played against Italy. The first game.
Yeah.
And then we went back to the hotel, and somebody asked me the same question.
Okay.
You know, I was 20 years at that time.
At that time, yeah.
But that guy
gave you a hell of a time.
Yes, he was a complete defender. And I just said straight, I said Cannavaro. And guess what? That year, he was the only defender who won the Ballon d'Or at that time.
Yeah.
You know, so my guess was right.
Yeah. And then any teammates who also helped to, you know, shape or make your career better?
I had a lot of
teammates.
I had a lot of teammates. You know, every club I go, I had a lot of teammates. You know, but I always say it was my brother who was the one calling me, you know, giving me advices.
Baffojan.
Yes, Baffojan and everything. You know, so maybe sometimes he watches my game and he was like, hey, do this, do that, do this, correct it.
For you to improve.
Yes, you know, so I remember when I went to the UAE, even when we were going to an away game, the coach, the team had to bring my brother with the team.
Wow.
Yeah, because sometimes we have that communication upstairs.
Okay.
You know, later I started even doing with Sami, my manager.
Okay.
You know, so we communicate. Sometimes when I'm there, I know where they are sitting.
Okay, so we just look at the top then you know, you communicate.
So sometimes when things are going wrong, I just look at them and they will say, okay, they maybe change that position. So we have that eye contact.
All right.
So sometimes in UAE, after every game when I'm watching it, You know, they show it.
Okay.
When they put the thing on me, they knew I was communicating with my brother. So when they put the camera on me, they show it to my brother.
Okay.
So that communication was there.
Right. Big shout outs to Asamoah Gyan Warrior for your key role in the life of Asamoah Gyan. Thank you so much. All right. Maybe the best stadium you've ever played in?
Old Trafford.
Old Trafford. Manchester United.
Yeah.
Was it against Sunderland?
Yes. I didn't have I think I didn't have a good game
against United.
I was coming back from injury.
Okay.
You know, so when I came, the first game was against Man U. I came from the bench. But I didn't enjoy the game because I wasn't that fit.
Okay.
You know, but I remember, that stadium.
They are not friendly.
They are friendly,
but they didn't make noise as well.
England is the best.
Okay.
Everywhere, people are very, very passionate.
Yeah.
Whether it's even in the championship,
lower divisions, yeah.
They are very passionate about football.
Wow.
That is why they are the best in the world.
Right. We are ending our conversation. I want you to send your message to Ghanaians who are watching us. I mean, young footballers who are coming up, and then they see you as their mentor. The advice you give them, you know, that will help them to shape their career to really achieve their goal.
So should I watch the camera?
Yes.
So where's the camera? This one? This one. Let me.
Okay.
Yes. So I would like to thank Ghanaians for their support and whatever they've done for me throughout these years. And everywhere I go, you know, when you sometimes I go to places and they say, people even call me and tell me, oh, wherever I go, and they tell them they come from Ghana. The name they normally call is Asamoah Gyan. You know, so it's like a give and take thing.
Yeah.
You know, so Ghanaians have really supported me, the national team, my colleagues and everything. I would like to thank everybody. And to the young ones coming up, what I would like to tell them is now football has changed. Now parents are supporting their kids. Our time we didn't get that's what we go by ourselves to go and play. You know, now parents are supporting their kids to play football. But everything will depend on you, the kids. What do you want to do in future? Just make sure you dedicate yourself, dedication, you know, hard work, and then just stay humble. You know, when the coach says something, you have to just listen to your coaches and everything. You know, for the youth coming up, if you want to play football, just stay focused. But education is the key. Make sure you educate yourself well. You know, as I'm here, I finished the secondary level school to continue my football career. You know, so education is a key. You know, so this is my advice to the youth. And
Maybe before you leave, someone had just sent us a message. I have to ask you that: do you believe in this team that they are going to qualify to the next stage in the World Cup?
We all have to believe.
Yeah. Ken Owusu, please listen.
Yes, we all have to believe because we are Ghanaians.
Yeah.
When you are supporting somebody, you have to believe.
Exactly. That the thing will go well.
Yes.
Yeah.
But everything will depend on them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Because we won't wish anybody bad.
Absolutely.
We want
the team to qualify.
win.
Yes. In fact, if Ghana Blastars gets to the final of the World Cup, we'll all be happy.
Yes.
And even to talk about winning it, you know.
Yes.
So Ken Owusu, as Baby Jada said, you have to believe in the team, you have to support them, but then all depends on the current playing body once they put in the commitments. But maybe this is the iconic goal against USA in the 2010, in South Africa, where you scored this goal. It was, I think it was 1-1 at the time. Then this one is against Czech Republic in Germany, 2006 World Cup. Yes, this goal brought that particular dance again on the touchline, you know. And Peter Cech was there, you know. Peter Cech was with Chelsea with great form, but then he was beaten by Asamoah Gyan. This one was against Australia.
This is Serbia.
Serbia. And then that penalty, you committed it nicely. Wow. The likes of Pinstego, Antonianan, John Pinsel.
I remember this game, the goalkeeper came to me and he said, if you put it on my right, I will take it. So I got confused.
Okay. So that's how you...
Yeah,
we went to the right. We went to his
yes, right. He told me when I get the ball and I put it on his right, he will take it.
Okay.
That was when I was holding the ball to place it.
Okay.
He came to me just to play mind games.
Yeah. So you got confused.
He said, if you play it on my right, I will take it. I was like, okay. So I placed it on his right.
And then you couldn't take it.
Yes.
Wow. Baby, that we're extremely grateful for your time with us.
Thank you.
On Sports Security. Thank you so much for passing through.
Thank you.
I believe that over time we'll still bring you back, you know, especially when the World Cup. You see that over? By the way, I'm hoping to see you in USA, Mexico, Canada.
Yes, I'll be there.
Right. Thank you so much. All right, so viewers, this is where we end our conversation on Sports Security. Arena, thanks for joining us. I believe you've had a riveting moment on us. I had the privilege to host Ghana's all-time top scorer, Asamoah Gyan baby get with 51 goals in 109 appearances. Again, he's also Africa's greatest football icon who hosts Africa's all-time scorer at any FIFA World Cup. 6 goals. This is an enviable position that Roger Miller was holding some years back, but then the man sitting here has overthrown him. We are waiting for the current, crop of players to, catch that particular throne. But then until now, we are drawing the curtain on today's edition. Once again, I'm Sergeant Yaboy Etibuatin, your host. Keep enjoying the rest of our programs. Will come your way tomorrow with Safe Starts on GH Police Television between 8 a.m. and then 10 a.m. Goodbye for now.
Charlie, good show.